saying that, but know how spiritually strong you are, and know if you should have that person as one of your main friends. You know what I mean? As someone you spend the most time with, or a good amount of time with. You know what I mean? Because don't get me wrong, I still have friends who drink and smoke, but if I'm being completely honest with you, most of the time I only hang out with them is when I met them in the church. And it's not just because that's just it, but because honestly we're busy with our lives. But if I would hang out with them, actually no, I have hung out with them actually outside of church, and guess what? I made sure they didn't do those certain things around me. I said, no, if you're gonna do something, go over there. Don't play with me right now. Don't go over there. Don't it comes with a certain respect, because I know some people, they have friends and they're not even respectful and they do it right in front of them, basically kind of tempting them, and it's just like, why would you do that? You know what I mean? So again, know how spiritually strong you are, and know if you should have certain people as your main friends and those you hang around the most. I want to read to you guys Luke 5:30-32. It says, but the Pharisees and the teachers of the law who belonged to their seat complained to his disciples, why do you eat and drink with tax collectors and sinners? Jesus answered them, it is not the healthy who need a doctor, but the sick. I have not come to call the righteous, but sinners to repentance. You guys, as Christians, as followers of God, we're meant to be like Jesus. We're called to be like Jesus. So we're called to offer love and grace. And yes, Jesus associated with sinners. Like it says right here, when the Pharisees asked them, why do you eat and drink with tax collectors and sinners? Jesus associated with sinners, but not to engage in their sinful behavior, but instead to reach out to them and to pull them towards repentance and to healing. That's why Jesus hung out with them. Not to be like, oh, I don't care, do what you want to do around me, I know how I am. No, he hung out with them to be a light to them, to show them that he is the way, the truth, and the life. You can't change people. Jesus can't. But you can be the first Bible people read. You can be the light for people. You can be the light in your family. You can be the light in your friendship, because I have had friendships where they didn't believe in God, or they just weren't like, they were just the type of people that be like, oh yeah, I believe in God, and then like there was nothing like behind that. There was no actions that actually showed that was true, and that's the big thing. Actions do speak louder than words, because if you claim to believe in a living God, then your actions should represent that you believe in a living God, because for you to believe in a God, it should show that you have fear in the Lord. You should have fear in the Lord if you believe in